What to do, everybody? It's Movement that we're going to do today. Welcome back, everybody. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at a video that has recently been released. I mean, literally, like shortly, like at this point, probably maybe like an hour or so ago. Now, I have to let you guys know this is going to be about that Rory pack. That Rory pack. All right, guys, we're not gonna smoke it just yet. Because let's just keep it all the way a buck. Ak is going to hog all of that pack likely tonight. Let's keep that all the way a being. However, I want to quickly recap for everybody. Now, just so everyone is completely aware, this is about the Joe Budden podcast. The Joe Budden podcast recently had a bit of a fallout. Joe Budden had a fallout with the guys on his show, Rory and Mal. And I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, man. After they came back to the show, which was that was close to the first of this month. They came back, and I'm gonna be real with you. I knew as soon as I looked at that episode, I was like, wow, I don't think this is gonna last very long. And honestly, I'm pretty sure everyone thought the exact same thing. Turns out we were absolutely correct, because now what we are about to listen to is the actual firing of Rory from the podcast. Now, is this the end of an era? Sure. Is this the end of the podcast? Nah, not really. I'm going to be completely honest with you, not really. The new guys came in when they were actually away, and to be real with you, they kind of seemed like they were doing a pretty good job. Going to be completely honest with you. There were several episodes where, honestly, a lot of people were really actually fucking with it. However, we're going to have to go ahead and take a look at this, all right? So, without any further ado, let's get right into the video.
Change the benchmark. Hey, y'all go get a deal and bring it back. I'll take less. Not much less. Not much less. But I'll take less if y'all source it. Hey, y'all go get the advertiser and the integration. Hey, we talk about these deals all the time. You bring it, you eat different. I bring it, I eat different. You niggas ain't brought shit. And got the nerve to have y'all fucking representation and ain't been around in 6 years, hit Ian phone about something. I won't say what I want to say, but y'all will not continue to treat me this way.
Wow.
Y'all not gonna continue to treat these people this way. Y'all take that fucking dark energy, that arrogance, and that entitlement somewhere else.
PTSD.
I say all of that to say, we gonna do this. Since Rory feels like he has so many options here. Somehow he still feels like he's running the show. He still feels like he has choices and options. He feels like he's entitled to more. Rory, you are in breach of your contract, and from this point forward, you are fired, and you're not welcome back. Does anybody in here have a problem that I'm the person that has to say that?
No.
Maul, I'm the person that has to say that. The gall of you to think that you are observing the way that I am.
Rory and Maul can go start a podcast. Well, no, they can't. Not at least for another year. By contract. If they do, I'm going to sue the fucking pants off of them. But whenever they're able to, they can go and start a podcast. They can pay for the staffing. They can source the advertising. They can source the integrations. They can pay the insurance.
Studio time.
They could pay for the studio time, set, location, engineer. They could pay for the LLC formation. They
Furniture.
could pay for the insurance. They could pay what it costs to go on tour. You could pay what it costs for the hours of lawyer work for deals that don't get done. You can go do all of those things, but not here.
Some reason was questioning me and friendship. And my character. You was there. He was questioning my friendship and my character as someone that has overpaid him and overprotected him. Because I speak to academics. Because I did a live with Akademiks.
Why are you not allowed to communicate with this man? I'm so confused with that whole thing.
And that was the same pod that I came in here and said, I was referencing Snowfall. I said, y'all want me to be mad at how another nigga talk? They both sat here and agreed. Yeah. No, nigga. That's what y'all doing. Rory thought that our friendship was in turmoil, and I didn't view him as a friend, and he couldn't view me as a friend because I may work with Akademiks again in the future. We had a show that I think was one of the best shows ever made.
That's a great show.
And we have
Facts.
been getting offers
That's
for
facts.
that show since I left that show. That's on us to do it tonight. He don't need it and I don't need it. Nobody needs it. Everybody's rich. Niggas is cute and rich. And vacaying with Beyonce's. I wasn't that fortunate.
Hey, swim with the pigs.
I was vacating with my baby. Beyonce just has a different ring to it. I still got my ring in the drawer, you know what I mean?
Man.
Repurpose the ring.
But I'm saying, he was questioning our friendship based off the fact that I may work with Akademiks again in the future. There is a mutual respect between me and that guy. I'm sorry that the rest of the industry may feel differently about it. I've worked with him, I understand him, I get it. But that was a real bad pod the day that we recorded that when he was mad. And then Maul came in
Facts.
and Rory said,
Facts.
Maul, Joe would work with Akademiks again? And Maul said, yeah, man, but you already knew that. I didn't pay that no mind, that little exchange. But boy, was it important. These niggas been...
Now I'm going to keep this as much of a buck as I possibly can. I'm going to be real with you. What I just heard was really, it sounds like not even sounds like, I know for a fact, this is just a culmination of like several months of a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. All right. There was, and in front of it. All right. To be completely honest with you, man, there was so much like tension on that episode when they came back. There was a lot of tension. It was very, very evident. And the episode after that, also, there was still a whole lot of tension in that episode. Now, I'm going to be completely real with you. What Rory and Mal have actually done in this situation, let's just be completely real, all right? They did not understand that when they began this situation with Joe Budden, this was called the Joe Budden podcast, all right? The Joe Budden podcast. What you're hearing here, all right, is him ultimately laying that law completely down. Because in that one episode, like Mal was up there talking about respect and transparency. Well, it's about as transparent as it possibly can get. He is your boss. You guys are friends. Well, maybe not Rory and Joe anymore, but you guys are friends. And he is your boss. That's how that is. Period. If they didn't want it to be that way when everything began, they probably should have had like a completely different contract. But respectfully, the way that it opens up, Joe is literally mentioning to them, I brought this. He brought this stuff here. He brought this energy. He brought the audience. He brought all of the equipment over here. He made sure that all of this stuff actually happened. Now, what did they actually learn from this situation? Well, hopefully Rory and Mal learned that they need to be a little more careful about how they actually do any business in the future. But as well as that, I think that they might have also learned, the value of their quote unquote friendship in this situation. Because to be completely honest with you, although I understand. It's like I understand what Joe's saying. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I actually do. Business-wise, I mean, look, man. Rory did violate, bro. He went to Ak's house. He went to Ak's house, bro. You don't do things like that. You don't. It's weird. It's really, really weird. And then Ak decided that he was going to like respond to that. But Rory and Mal talked a lot of greasy stuff about Ak. Now, generally, they would talk about a lot of the business dealings that Ak actually had going on without understanding without understanding their own financial situation. They were talking about the business dealings of Akademiks and about several other people. But let's just keep this all the way a buck, all right? If we're speaking objectively in this situation, I mean, look, man. Ak was right. Period, right? Ak was actually right about this entire situation. And although there are probably a whole bunch of people who are not going to like acknowledge that fact, let's just be real. It's not like he needs that acknowledgement, right? Not really. But it is still very interesting to watch how this entire thing has played out. Now, what do I think is going to happen with the podcast moving forward? Well, Ice and Ish already were going to be starting a brand new podcast with Joe Budden. He may actually continue to move forward with that, or he may actually just bring them back over to the Joe Budden podcast and continue to try to build over there. Because let's be real, it was already working for quite some time, actually. About a full month, it was actually working already. So, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you feel like Joe is actually in the right or in the wrong for going about things the way that he did? Do you feel like Joe, do you feel like the show is ultimately completely done? Do you feel like there's anything that can happen in this situation to really salvage anything? Do you feel like Rory is completely actually fired and will never actually be back the same way that I personally do? But like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Outside of that, I am Mr. 8-Bit Raw. I have a mic. I have a drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and be easy, Drill Gang.